said it killed the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewiz.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. We still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dollars rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding cause we all came from hunger pain.
So, here's the deal, y'all. We here to talk about Atlanta. And before we get started, I'd like you to grab 2 Powerades and a fresh baguette. All right? We about to get it going. NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. Hit the thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. Down, hey, gotta do what you gotta do, but subscribe. Support your boy. Help a brother out. Share this. And let's get started because we got not only 1, but 2 people up in here with me tonight. Over here, you know him, you love him, Cinematic Sorcerer, Solar Gray.
Hey, how you guys doing out there? Solar Gray, the Cinematic Sorcerer, coming at you from the Wizard's Tower today. Talking about Hotlanta. Hotlanta and French film.
And in the bottom square, you know him, all right? The king of the South, all right?
ATI.
The king of the South, but with less legal drama. One half of dynamic duo of the South, Keith Cooper of Blurtish.
I just want to make sure T.I. don't have that trademark and don't sue me. But yes, I'm happy to be here. I didn't say it, but that was not Keith Cooper Blurtish. But anyway, but yeah, I'm ready to talk about this. And who knows, man? Maybe even after we talk this episode, I feel like we need another episode to just wrap up the insanity of season 3, but we'll get there.
Bruh.
I feel like we need like a panel.
Yeah,
Because season 3 has been the craziest season of Atlanta so far, and they changed the format, which was the thing. It was like half the episodes were about the boys, and the other half was just stories from the world of Atlanta. You don't want to live here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you black,
huh? I would say they expanded upon the format. They got to the ultimate form of their format.
Yeah, because season 2, we got little glimpses of this.
Yeah, this is the season 2 on steroids in a way.
They went Ultra Instinct on us.
Yeah, this was way past Robin season, y'all. Way past Robin season. Because, you know, I mean, it's just the level of surrealism in this one. Like on the first episode with Van, when she went to that funeral, I guess. I'm like, okay, there's the weirdness I was expecting. All right, cool. But every episode past that, it's like, oh. All right, yeah. I'm just, yeah. So
I have never seen a show that is 3 seasons, but in a way is 3 distinct shows that all connect. I actually started my rewatch, and if y'all go back, and rewatch, please rewatch season 1. The first episode is going to have traces of what's going on this season. Everything with Paperboy kind of connects. Is how what he's mentally going through. Yeah. And Ern's aggression, all that stuff, whatever. But definitely rewatch different seasons. And I don't know. I got a feeling season 2 is gonna always be my favorite Is this something about season 2 when it was done and where I was at in my life? And it's
Yeah.
always gonna be a Robin season.
Yeah. All right, now big shout out to the chat. Jenna James, Nisa's up in here, the average black guy, nice to see you. And of course, Tracy Lee and Tyler Bennett. Nice to see y'all sunshiny faces. I got a question for everyone. I put it up in the chat. Can you trust a baguette wielding woman? Like, can you?
Clearly
If you see a woman roll up on the set with a French baguette, all right, and it's in the back, it's in her back like it's a sword.
Yeah, that is the key. She's walking around with it like a ninja sword or a samurai sword. Like, I had a feeling. I didn't see it coming, but I had a feeling something was coming about the bread. But honestly, I want, if anybody from our Facebook group, somebody actually did some weird deep dive thing about what the translation of the bread and all that means, and basically it translated to pain, that she's carrying her pain around.
Yeah, it's pan. Yeah.
So
yeah, she's carrying her pan.
that is wild, man.
Yeah,
But
that is some next level writing, but I expected nothing less from Donald Glover. Yeah, I gotta say, like, one, in regards to the poll, I'm with what's her name, man. You know what? The wait for the bread, the wait was worth it. It was absolutely worth it.
Maybe she don't feel French without. Yeah, she called it like maybe it's security bread.
Now, it is security bread. Yeah,
it's definitely security bread.
Yeah, and I'm glad that that the climax hit up, because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know what I was watching for a half a minute. I'm like, wait a second. We had the surreal not having to do with Paperboy Earn and my boy Darius on this one last week. Oh yeah, I forgot Vanessa is there, isn't she? All right. I guess we're gonna have a Vanessa-centric episode.
Vanessa is somewhere in Europe. We don't know where she is. Like, whenever we see her, we just be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but the first thing that hit my head was, why she got Amelie haircut? Like, I thought they were kind of going for a it's not Van, but French people are just so weird, like weird and welcoming when you're there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I thought it wasn't Van for a minute. It was like, oh yeah, the week. But
yeah.
So there you go. Callback.
But I gotta say, this episode gave me a little bit of warm feels, because what's her name? The old girl that was there to pee on a dude.
Oh yeah. Was the one Candace?
Yes, Candace.
It was Candace, Shanice, and help me out, y'all. It's Candace, Shanice, and someone else.
Yeah. Well, either way, though, Candace, I hate Candace. I hate her.
But she kind of turned it around in the end.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, like, when I saw her, I'm like, oh no, not her. All right. Because seriously,
go back and watch Champagne Poppy, but I remember she was like the villain of that episode.
Bro, I have
she
known
wasn't really the villain.
too many people like that.
She just kind of like left her. Like,
no, I will say villain. I will say someone that's so caught up in what they doing and doing their jam that they have no regards for how their actions affects other people. And the fact that she would always lure Van into being the wingman for the ugly dude, I'm like, nah, man, you can walk, girl. Just walk. You go.
She did kind of mess over Van, but
that's when Van found out that Drake was Mexican.
Huh? And it was her that pressured Vanessa into smoking the weed, which eventually lost her job as the teacher.
True.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
Callback.
So yeah, I'm just sitting up going, oh no, her. So I liked in this episode that this whole episode, she was like, no, this ain't right. This is uncomfortable. And when in that French accent, Van went up one side of her and down the other, I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to be put in your place.
Because homegirl was chilling out there jet setting like she wasn't there to pee on somebody.
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
like she was out there because she was the VP of communications for Verizon or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like no, it's because you're nasty. Now, hey, if you want to be nasty, fine, be nasty.
And you know what?
But you don't talk about it at the cafe, all right? You don't. I just walking around like, yeah, I'm about to pee on somebody.
Now, I ain't even on that tip. I'm like, you know what? Live your life, do what you're gonna do, but don't look down on other people because they ain't got what you got. And that's what she was doing. That whole that episode, Coffee and what was it called? Champagne
Poppy.
Champagne Poppy.
Yeah, when she was doing that, like trying to talk down on Earn, saying, you know, well, he's stepping out on you and all that stuff. And it's like, you don't even know.
You have no idea.
You've been jet setting with basketball players. Like, who are you to come in here around the world telling Van that her stuff is all messed up? And not to say that it wasn't, but it's like, you know.
Solar, you have convinced me. You're going to make me break my order. I'm going to go watch Champagne Poppy the next episode. But I'm just going to skip. I think it's season 2. I got to watch Champagne Poppy now. Because as Atlanta is proven, you got to watch these things in like couplets or triplets of episodes to get finished arcs, character arcs or progression, if you will, in a weird way. It's like if they, instead of releasing a comic book 1 month, they release it a year later and it back to this story.
And they're not even and they're not even polite to put that little box at the bottom of the screen going, season 2, episode 4, love DG, you know, none like that.
Not love DG though.
But you know how they used to do in the 80s, they would give the reference and then you get a nice little letter from the writer, you know.
And shout out to all the people who don't know how to watch a show like this, who there's still a few. We kind of ran them out of the group. You know?
Yeah, we got it.
I'm happy.
Shouts out to the group. Shouts out to the group. You know, matter of fact, hold on. I want to give a big shout out. I want to give a big shout out to Marquita Lestar and Sade Sellers because they're both dope. I started this show with them. They couldn't make it this season, but look, y'all. If y'all remember season 1 and 2 of Atlanta, I was chilling with the whole term of Shea Butter Queen, which I'm about to bring up in a second. Shea Butter Queen, that came from Sade. Sade made that up. She made up Shea Butter Queen. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Sade. Yeah,
you know,
shout out to Sade.
I can't take it. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to them because, you know, I mean, hey, that's how it is.
But yeah, man,
Tyler Bennett, I don't know why Tyler Bennett he going off.
Tyler's quoting like 4 different episodes, you know, punching down on my people, stunting on my culture.
Yeah, it's like,
or should I say, he is not a man, he is a ghost. He haunts me.
All right, so I'm gonna jump around because this episode jumps around. I mean, that's how we do in the barbershop. Shouts out to sprinkling crack on some white people though, because usually it happens to black folks. Sprinkle a little crack on you. I mean, and it's been proven. I don't know if people remember the cop that got caught out there. No, one from Jersey and one from Baltimore that got caught out there, literally just dropping drugs in somebody's car. They
do it. They do it all the time. Yeah. So, but you know what? I couldn't help.
But today
Chappelle.
we got the white man back.
I couldn't help but think of Chappelle's first stand-up. You know, it's like, oh man, the dude from True Blood is dancing naked in the living room. Sprinkle a little crack on him. All right, let's get out of here.
I mean, she put a full line on the. She was like, no, and then she dumped out the bag.
She was sprinkling that like I salt my steak, man. She was just like a little bit of that. A little bit of
She put the pipe down there, everything. There's an orgy of evidence in there. It's like,
oh man.
But as you can see, she was like, go up there, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to call the cops, you know. So I mean he's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, he did all right.
Yeah.
Oh, and the tall lady Her name was Kosa. Was it? I think Kosa. Average black guy put it in there. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, the whole crew kind of had a vibe, kind of like almost kind of like Earn and Darius and Paperboy,
Yeah.
It was like the ladies' night version of of the crew.
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, go ahead.
Do you feel like this? I know I'm setting myself up because I don't think there's gonna be any spinoffs, anything. But if there was a spinoff, can you see a version of it with ladies?
Yes.
Doing these
either with this crew or the crew that mobbed on Drake's house.
Well, let's just say this crew. Yeah. I still want an anthology series, but if I see we can get 2 series out of Atlanta if they wanted to be really crazy.
Yeah.
Give everybody one with Candace and them and have the Atlanta shenanigans, and you kind of hit a reset. Then you can throw in people like Bibby the Barber that just kind of fill in the world.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yo, shouts to Bibby, yo.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Bibby because that's what this episode reminded me of.
Yes.
You know,
Bibby type of energy with Van. You can build this up, and if you want to get back to the standard comedy, then you can have like the horror version or whatever else on the other side of Atlanta.
Oh man, that would honestly the horror version starring Darius, that means every episode is Teddy Perkins.
All right, now peep this. Jenna James said, "Nah, saw a lady version of this with Insecure." Now, I'm gonna hurt a lot of feelings in a second.
I'm
gonna hurt a lot of feelings in a second. Jenna James, I feel you, and I'm glad you enjoyed Insecure. If you did, I'm glad everyone who enjoyed Insecure. But
please
there's
send
Insecure
all emails to NERDSoul at gmail.com.
There's Insecure, and then there's Atlanta. There's levels to this. No diss to Issa Rae. I'm just saying there's levels. Insecure ain't on. It's just not there.
I think we're talking 2 different flavors. Is the thing. I look at Insecure, and I see sort of slice of life coming of adulthood type of thing. And I see Atlanta, and I see all that in the multiverse of madness.
Yes. Atlanta season, like the beginning, because they both kind of started at the same time. I wouldn't say.
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
So I enjoyed them both greatly, and a lot of black people found a lot in both something. But I love
a lot of work.
But I'm gonna jump in a little bit with NERDSoul on this one. The last season of Insecure let me down. I can see where it needed to end. I can see 2 more series out of Atlanta that could be created. That's the difference for me.
Yeah. I can't speak on this because I don't watch Insecure. Is the thing.
Watch it from the beginning.
Because
and I watched 1 episode. No, I watched 2 episodes, and I was just like, it's not for me.
Yeah, I wanted to watch Insecure. I really did. It's just it didn't grab me. You know what I mean? And I was all in on Atlanta because 1, I love Donald Glover. Black geek. What's up? And second, I was promised that it was going to be weird. And I'm like, all right, not enough black people who get work are willing to get weird. They'll get clownish. They'll get hard. They'll get to church. They won't get weird.
The weirdness of Insecure comes from inside.
Yes.
But yes, Atlanta is just weird.
Yeah.
It can just break reality at any moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And breaking that reality comes in the breaking of a vase in the middle of some kind of I don't even know why Shanice broke it. I have no idea.
She was in. She was all in. As soon as Van pulled out that baguette and you heard the thunk, she was like, "Oh man, I'm in it." It's just like what she said. Like there's nothing wrong with her.
She broke that joint.
Yeah, and it was, there's nothing wrong with
those action films where they just break stuff and then the music.
Yeah, exactly. She was.
Subtle things like that, like just reach into it. Like, what are you doing?
Well,
It's like,
she
it's
was
like no,
caught up
that
in
one,
that
and
moment.
don't break it. Just
Yeah.
put your hand.
Yeah, she was all the way caught up in the moment because that the little dialogue that happened before that, where it was like, or that happened after that, where it's like, no, something's wrong with her. It's like, I don't know, man. She looks like, let her live her life. It's like, no, that ain't her.
Yeah, it's like I'm having a good
Well,
time.
whoever she is, I like her, and that was the whole thing. She just watched this woman almost curb a dude with a baguette. And then
Almost
says, grab what's up in the base.
Curbed.
And she's like, oh yeah, man, we here to make some noise. And it's like, no, we're not here to make no, just get the bag. Just
Speaking
get
of curving people, shout out to the French thugs who was doing it old school style with tire rods. I just like
they came out like an 80s gang.
like, who is the dude with the car? He just backed up. It's like, hold on.
Yo, he literally backed up into the dude.
Back, she was gonna run. I knew she was running.
And see, he backed up in an old car. See, that's why they put them cameras, them backup cameras in cars. People just throw that joint in reverse and go. You can't do that. You gotta hit it with the, you gotta hit it with the, you gotta look back. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, if I'm a thug with a tire iron and somebody hit me with a car, I appreciate him doing what you should do. Like,
yeah. You know what? I
here for a second.
Yeah, that's I talk a lot about story structure, right? And everything that the biggest thing I love is something I learned from the guys from South Park, which is the but and therefore thing. You want to go do something, everything is going good, but you don't get a story until something goes wrong. And I'm like, oh, she's about to throw down with these three dudes, but pop in the back of the shot. And then it's like, well, I was about to throw down with these women right here for the name that they kept yelling out. Like, when did she become Omar from The Wire? I don't know, because she walking by, people throwing stuff out windows, calling her name. And then it's like, oh, this is gonna be, oh no, all right. And that, honestly, I thought it was the perfect shot, because when they turned back, it wasn't they pan back and you see her start to run. We're looking at that.
She was in full. She was in full track mode by the time you turn aran.
And even the rest of the girls were like, "Hey, wait a minute, which? Oh, damn!"
And I was about to, if Van had finished this episode still in French mode, I'd have been like, "All right, here's my theory, y'all. Van has been an agent in the CIA for years. Nobody knew. All right, all she's done is like take down. All she's done is take down different celebrities that the government didn't, they didn't respect no more, and maybe had like underground ties, because homegirl went up there, got rid of the crack. I mean, sprinkled the crack, beat up a dude, and then beat him up in a way where like she knew there were no repercussions. Like she went up in there, she was like, clear the room so I can beat this dude down. Then come just carrying hands, just severed hands. We don't even know where the hands came from. Like, did they get the hands safely? Like maybe people that already died, they just took their hands. Or are there people that's like walking around right now with like the Bruce Campbell stub, and now they eating their hands?
Well, see, here's the thing. She knew what she was there to get, and this is part of like when I talk to the youngsters out there that want to be hard and gangster and all that stuff. I'm like, no, you don't know this world. Because man knew she was going in there to get some black market stuff. So when it's like, no, clear the room, I got to beat this dude down. He ain't calling the cops. What's he going to tell him? Well, she bought some severed hands from me for people to eat later. And I shorted her on the delivery. So she beat me half to death with a baguette.
Yo, I mean, she said she let that thing age and cure for like 6 months. Like
she did it with the most of pixie cut bob wigs. So just like, what?
See, it made me want to watch Amelie again, because I'm like, is this what was like Amelie 2? Is why she was so just jolly? Just like I'm
never
running
know.
around. I love to love life. And oh, hang on, petit. Je le vois. Chez
And
le
also,
movie.
I appreciate them again because I forgot because like what the girls are saying, like, oh, we want to meet some locals, and it's like, you know, when you growing up, you didn't know, you know, they show you the little storybook version of Paris, but then you
Yep.
start hearing about the slums of Paris, and it's like, oh, they
Yep.
got the hood too. Okay, cool.
Bro, they had the projects.
Yeah, when she
They
rolled
straight
up, I was
had
like,
housing projects.
yeah, when she rolled up, I was like, oh, they in the hood right there. That's
Yeah.
And even Shanice or whoever looked around, she was like
This
this
looks like
ain't
Candyman.
I know better. When I see this, it's one way in and one way out. Nah, I know better than this. We need to roll. I know.
Yeah.
I've seen this movie before. It's not my hood. No one from this hood knows me, and no one from this hood invited me. I need to chill. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go on back to the street.
When you roll in this wrong part of the hood and you make the wrong turn, and you in your car, you know, you don't get out, and everybody just like it's like a record scratch. They be like, "Who is that?" Like everybody start like, "Wait, what? Who's? Oh, hey, no, I'm just past due." So it's like,
Bro, that record has been scratching on me since I was in the 2nd grade. You know, I feel you.
Google did me dirty one time here in LA. I was going somewhere, and I was going to an event in Compton, but I missed the exit. So I was like, cool, I'll just get off the next exit. Google will reroute me, right? Google did reroute me.
Child.
Google did reroute me, but I'm going through this neighborhood. I'm driving through the neighborhood and see LA doesn't have projects in the way that the East Coast does. It just isn't like that. So, but I'm driving and like
we couldn't build ours high because of earthquakes. See, that was the whole thing.
Like,
our spread.
So like I see bars on everybody's windows, so I'm like, it's kind of weird, but I'm still kind of new to LA. I'm like, it's weird, but let me just go and get my ride on. So I come to this place where you have to like, it's like a sharp left turn. But when I'm coming up to it, I'm slowing down so I can make the turn. But when I look, there's a front yard full of butt naked, well, not butt naked, they just ain't got no shirt on. A whole bunch of Mexican dudes, super buff with no shirt on. Mad tattoos lifting weights. All right. And they all was like, I was like,
oh, you found yourself on Imperial. Okay. Yeah, you in Southgate, bro.
Back it up.
Yeah. Literally sitting up, driving up, going, oh man, what?
I was like, let me go and make this turn real quick. Yo, I drove down that whole street in the rear view mirror, like, all right, make sure y'all stay right where y'all at.
Listening for somebody going, NERDSoul, come out to play. You know. No, I get you. I totally.
And that was, that was the time when I was new to LA and California in general, and didn't have any safety with me. Because I didn't know what Cali will let you do. And Cali basically lets you have nothing. You can't have a slingshot out here. Well, if you're law-abiding. If you're a criminal, you can have whatever you want anyway. Yeah, if you're a criminal, you have whatever you want
places where you can buy anything.
So it's like, but to to actually just own safety, legally, as is all of our rights to do, can't do that. And I'm like, but it's kind of like that joke about Chris Rock about the people outside the club know you ain't got one. That's how it is, right? So like they just know you walk around, they know you ain't got nothing because you a regular citizen and you follow the rules.
In Louisiana, they don't mind you getting them, but they still gonna use it against you. I'm 4 miles away, a couple miles away from they're building a giant Range USA gun range by me. I look like a nationwide thing. So if you if you're into practicing, there you go. If you out there,
you want to get your practice on, got to get your practice on.
Yeah, can I do a shout out to Deliberation Dolphin? They're saying LA poverty is a de facto institution. Yes, but we lie about it. Everybody out here is poor. Everybody out here is poor and broke, but they're like, look at my lawn. Look, I drive a car. I've been living off credit cards since 1987, and my great grandkids will never pay my debt. You know, that's just, except in the hood, except in the hood.
Like,
You know, in the hood, it's like, what? I just been saving up and paying for stuff. I ain't got credit, but ain't nobody looking for me.
yeah, there's a whole lot of that. You'll find a whole lot of that once you go over into the valley. You'll see a whole lot of that. Yeah.
Bruh, the
See a
valley
lot
is
of
a
that in Beverly
totally
Hills,
different
too.
planet. The valley, actually, the valley's been cool since the Latinos pretty much became the majority. You know, because Latinos today were like the brothers and sisters when my mom was growing up. You know, where they're just like, no, we mind our own business, but don't step on my lawn. If you step on my lawn, you will disappear. Just do your thing, homie. Do your thing, and you better not tell somebody to speak English.
So I wanted to touch on the moment that we get between Candace and Van. I do think it was kind of like a reconciliation, because we get kind of like a blow up and then a follow up for it. You know what I'm saying? Because she comes in and she like, look, what? Because you ain't in control. You ain't above me now. You know. So she did tell her off because homegirl, you know, she has to be the leader of the pack. You know, if she's not the leader of the pack, then you know something's wrong. So she did check her on that, but then they did come together, and I like that. We saw some growth for both of them.
Yes.
So that was nice. It was nice to see some development between those two.
Was legit worried, like, I know you, Van. Like, why
This
are
ain't you.
I ain't never seen you beat nobody down.
Quasi, hitter over here in Paris. What are you doing?
Well, you
She
know, in
has a
Hollywood,
particular set of skills.
there's a saying of you can't be famous where you from. So, and I do very much like the dichotomy of Van on this one, because it wasn't just she came up with this new personality. She was in magazines.
Yeah.
She was almost on billboards. It was like she got her groove in this.
She believed her life. Like,
I was saying, how long has she been here?
Yeah.
Her personality.
Although, the inspiration for the break, and the follow-up when they're sitting on the bench and talking, I'm like, that's why y'all are friends. That's why y'all are friends. I'm like, okay, cool. Because Van has been a trouble character for me for all 3 seasons. Because she's such a mystery.
She seemed okay in season 1. Like she seemed the most well-adjusted out of all of them.
See, that's the thing. I see the well-adjustedness, but I also saw her trapped in scars. You know, where it was like the whole dynamic between her and Earn, where she was all about right now. We need money right now. We need to do this stuff right now. And it's like, it's what Earn brought up by the end of season 2. Like, poor people can't make investments. We can't play the long term. And Van was all about that. But you could see she always wanted something more. But we never really knew what she was like. She was more of an archetype and something for Earn to really fawn over. And every episode that we saw her, she was just there. It was like all of the questions that she has and the character growth that we watch her sort of reach for is always internal and not on screen. And I was having a problem with that because the anger was external, but everything behind it was always way behind the page. You know what I mean?
But you did see that's why now that we know that Champagne Poppy is where Van really wanted something.
Yeah.
She couldn't get it. And it's just like the tables kind of turned where Earn really needed to rely on her to get this going. Because Earn was like in episode 1, it's like, I gotta do it my way, or I'm just not gonna do nothing. Like, and he had to figure it out as he went along. Now he's successful, so he's able to balance her out and Lottie. But Van is kind of like playing Ern's first. The tables just turned from season 1, where she's like Ern in season 1, where she's like, I don't know what I want, but this ain't it. But she just didn't realize how maybe broken she had to go, was or something. She didn't realize her mental breakdown was coming.
All right, hold up. Keith, you're going robot again. So just like jump out and jump back in and see if that. But I'd agree. She is kind of like hitting that moment, kind of aligned with your boy Ern.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's necessary. It's necessary because we've all known, like, hey, look, is she all right?
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. In the previous seasons, I saw glimpses of that in the episode where they did that Oktoberfest.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, all right, what's up with her? Let's delve a little deeper into this character. And it was almost like Zazie Beetz looked at me through the screen and said no. I'm like, all right, cool. But this episode, we finally get a really good scaffolding for the Vanessa character. We finally got something to hang the rest of the episodes on, because this whole season, it's like she's there, but she's not there, but she's there. And I mean, like, she's there, but she's not there. And she pushing people in pools and helping people kill themselves.
I am still fine with the pool pushing. And I enjoyed the ride up until I enjoyed this episode, but I didn't know if Van was breaking down, but something didn't seem off. But I wasn't quick to I see some people just ready to want to crucify or something. It's like, no, Van needs help, as anybody would, and it's just like there's some things going on.
Well, yeah, and I got that. I would just
say this.
I was with Darius in that. Oh, okay, I'm with Darius in every episode, but I was with Darius when Van got there, and he just looked at her flat out like, "Why are you here?" And because over the past 2 seasons, everything out of her mouth at Ern was Lottie needs, Lottie needs, Lottie needs, Lottie needs, Lottie needs, and then this season, she's in Europe. What's up with Lottie?
Lottie became the baby. Lottie became the baby in Power that just disappeared. I don't know if any of y'all watch Power. They had like an infant, all right, that just disappeared. We was like, yo, where's the baby at? Like, y'all, homie going to jail, people getting shot. Where is the baby?
Yeah, the grandma.
They was like, grandma got the baby. Don't ask no questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, sir, it was like, all right, so I get that from the production end. Yeah, getting a toddler to do the whole thing. I get all that. I even get the contractual thing of we're filming this whole season in Europe, and Van decided not to go. Okay, I get that. Oh God, we got to hire Zazie though. So what we gonna write for her character? I don't know, but she got to be in Europe. You know what I mean? I get all that, but the open end of the story that was closed off in this episode finally was like, you were all about that kid in the first 2 seasons, and you were like almost holding Ern back from what he's doing in the name of the kid. And now, all right, well, Ern's off doing his thing, so forget the kid. I'm gonna go have a burger in Prague, and I'm just kind of going, well, what's up with that?
I'm gonna say this. I wouldn't say she was holding him back. She was hella concerned though, because she was like, "I heard you have dropped out of school. You ain't really reliable."
Well, I say holding back in the same way that our people tends to hold each other back. If you want to be an artist or an entertainer or something that nobody in your neighborhood knows, have a career that none of your people know anybody who does, then that's unattainable. The world won't let you. So just take the job of the post office. Just be the garbage man. Just do that. Don't try and be a stockbroker, and you may as well be trying to say astronaut. You know, look, I've been an entertainer my whole life. Y'all do comics. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And it's like, I know you're afraid for me failing, but your fear of that failure is actually keeping me from succeeding, mom, grandma, girlfriend, you know. So that's why I'm saying, like, she was holding Earn back in the name of Lottie. Like, you know, well, she needs formula. She's gonna need this. She needs her father around, not traipsing the world with a rapper. And it's like, do you not know that if I do this, her college is paid for, type of thing? And then as soon as
to go on that, it was never really framed like he was a bad dad. It was just more like he wasn't bringing in the money that Van wanted.
Yeah.
So, and you know, I mean, hey guys, I know, you know, everybody has their you know, I guess standards or expectations for what their partner will do, but you also got to remember, like, life happens. Like, you know, you can be chilling and have a good job and just get laid off. Like, that Enron stuff, that Tyco stuff can happen. Like, or you can be in a car accident and be out of commission for 6 months. You know, that it can happen.
A corporate merger making your job redundant.
Or
that can happen anywhere.
Friends make you smoke weed and you wind up losing your job.
Well, she didn't make her smoke weed.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sucking you in to try to keep up with the Joneses, and you fell for it like a duck, and then you lose things. So very not her fault. But I will say this: I don't care that she stole. If she did steal the wig, I don't care. So many people were harping on that wig for some reason, like just around in the groups and social media. I'm like, the point was the wig, y'all. Like, who cares? Like, the wig is not. It was about the white woman thinking she had the authority to sit on somebody to be like,
yo, she grabbed her. I was like, whoa, ho, 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 ho.
Like, hold up.
Now, I will say, my expectations, I was like, when he said my fiance, I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Get your woman. That's what I'm talking about. Get your woman. That's your girl. All right. And then when they had their night together, I was like, oh yeah, hashtag Black Love. That's right. You know what I'm saying? We here. You know what I'm saying? We up here. Yeah. It's but
and then he wakes up and she gone. I'm like, man, she could have at least left $5 on the nightstand if she gonna be like that.
She chose the baguette instead of the ball. You know what I'm saying? She
gotta go be some. She gotta go slay dope. I don't know.
She gotta frame people with crack. I mean, she came in that joint. She just slid the table off, she just dumped a whole bunch of cocaine on.
And then was like, all right, let's go.
He was like, all right, y'all, peace. I do want to say, shouts out to Kosa and Shanice for being the most go along with whatever happens kind of friends. Like, Kosa was like, you want to get naked? All right, word.
You know what?
Shanice
they doing what more people need to do on vacation, where it's like, I've seen way too many people leave their comfortable environment to go to another environment to complain all day about where they are in like where they live. And they were just like, you know what? We here. Okay, no, this is looking a little bit like the project. What is up with that bread? I don't know, but I mess with it now. You know, and then it was like,
bread real.
Thanks. Yeah. All right. She's with Alex Skarsgård. Love that dude in True Blood. All right. You know what? I'm just with it. I'm just with it.
I didn't think he was going to be himself, but they was like, oh, I love you in True Blood. Just a small absurd touches like that.
And then him in the bathroom after it was just like, yo.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, my dude, you ain't at home. You can't just do it. Like, you can't be getting your Jeffrey Tubin on. All right? Like,
bro, I've seen people on that level, and I'm just gonna say, if I did not know that this was a satirical, surreal comedy, that wouldn't have been a joke. I'm like, yeah.
Man, bro, look, you ain't at home. This ain't your bathroom.
Way worse stuff on True Blood. So
way worse stuff on True Blood.
I mean, God.
Another show I've only seen one episode of. And,
okay.
I've only seen one episode of that.
Just read the books.
When I saw it, I was because I need my supernatural action. And when I wasn't getting no Blade action, I was just like, so y'all just chilling out here? Man.
I can't really describe next scene on True Blood, but I know you like super horror. Like horror, there is a scene on True Blood where there's an action going on with Vampire Bill that was, how can I say, literally head turning. And some wild stuff. It was like, that was disgusting. That was horrific.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was, so I was looking at that. Now, I wanted to talk about them hands. I wanted to talk about that dinner.
Yeah.
Because, I don't kick it in that social class, but I do know because of my studies with food that there are a whole bunch of dinners like that, just with the host going, yes, we are going to have this with this, but the way that you eat it is stand on your head and tie your ankles together, and then we're going to put a tube in your mouth, and this person with a hand pump is going to come by or something like that. So, and again, Shanice and Sosha, sitting up going, man, this is some real Beauty and the Beast stuff. They all the way down with it. New experience.
Like, this classic. She was like,
I gotta be honest. When they put those blankets over the head, I thought it was about to be some. I thought the ghost of whiteness, of the curse of whiteness, was about to come back. I thought it was about to be some crazy stuff, but it's like, oh well, this is just. It is what it is. This is insane enough. I don't know why the whole blanket or thing, whatever. We're gonna eat him.
Now there are quite a few dishes where you do have to cover your head and kind of make a tent so you get all the smells and everything coming from the food for the experience, and so you don't.
I can smell just fine. I can smell just good. My nose right.
Different cultures, bro. Different.
I came to this. I was eating crawfish. I don't need no tent.
We are 3 Black men in the United States. All right. Good food is the precursor to bonding and experiences with people. We sitting up over the crawfish and some ribs and some greens, and we just eating and talking. That's what we do. But for a lot of the people at that crowd, they're just like, okay, I have paid $10,000 for this meal. I don't want to hear nothing. You ain't here. You ain't here. Just
then do it by yourself. Because I don't see what happens when you close your eyes. See what happens. Now you done ate 2 fingers.
You get chicken fried hands on a plate.
I don't need to be locked up to enjoy high quality food.
Homie was based in the joint too. He was like, he was putting the little dots on the plate, little garnish,
and having the nerve to serve it with cornbread. That
and that cornbread. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. That cornbread was not your auntie's cornbread. It was not good. That cornbread was. It was the cornbread you probably expected it to be. Like if you went there, they were like, "Oh, this is real good cornbread." It's like it's really got something.
Tastes like uncooked cornmeals. What it probably tastes like.
Yo, I saw some rice pudding in London one time, right? And I was like, oh, rice pudding. Like, yo, my great aunt makes this. Rice pudding's the bomb.
No, it's not.
Rule number 1, it ain't supposed to be crunchy. Rule number 2.
Yeah, Nisa said cornbread looked undercooked. Yep, you know what I'm saying?
So it looked like they put it looked like they mixed it with wheat flour because they were going for that golden brown thing and not dense like we do it. But yeah, so I do love their reaction when they found out they were eating hands. It was like, all right, not this. We found where the bridge too far was. Because it was like beat a dude half to death with a baguette. Cool. I'm with it. Alexander Skarsgård dancing around saying they should get naked. All right, fine, whatever. Spit in a dude's face after calling the paparazzi on him. Cool.
That was a real spit too. Like he was still dribbling on his beard. Like she did a real spit. That wasn't digital spit.
Yeah.
All right.
And
it was not fake.
Yeah. But then as soon as they saw that they were eating chicken fried hands and half cooked cornbread, they were like, nah, son, I'm gone.
And I like and shout out to Skarsgård. He was like, nah, when they leave for? All right, where these hands at? Like, all right. All the way through with it. They just he was like y'all missing out. Like we're missing out.
Dude, you know what? Given that Vanna was the food server, you know, not the cook, but the server, she probably sprinkled a little crack on those plates too.
Okay, let's talk about your girl Shanice real quick. Props to Shanice being like, yo, look, like homie showed up, he had the robe and everything, stripped down to the swim trunks. Like he knew what was happening. And like Shanice was like, he was like, you need some champagne? He's like, nah. I had 2 bottles of Powerade. I'm ready.
Yeah. Honestly, that was the
she
most
meant business
shot. Yeah, that was the most artistic shot in the whole episode. And my favorite shot was Vanessa in the kitchen. I'm like, oh, that's meme stuff right there. But when they're just sitting up and you're looking at the reflection over Paris, and she's like, and I'm like, why are they doing this so long? Like, why are they lingering on the shot? It's been like 45 seconds.
It's 2 bottles of Powerade. You know, like, come on now. 2 bottles, 2 full bottles. That's like 2 liters of Coke, boy. Look.
And that was the best setup and payoff for that joke. Because I'm like, okay, all right, we're lingering really long. And then stop. I'm like,
yo. Look, she was like, look, you paying $6,000. I gotta make sure I give you what you need. You know, you gotta get what you pay for. I mean, imagine you spend $6,000. It's just a drizzle.
Are you serious? She's got the Tyler Perry work ethic.
All jokes aside, though, and you know, whatever your kink is or whatever, if you are the person providing this service, be careful out there, because me and Mark actually was talking about this, and I can't say too much on your air or whatever, but he knew a friend who actually was overseas who went and did the thing, or there was a story, not going too much, but it kind of went left, and it wasn't no friendly thing.
Yeah.
So be careful of the human trafficking.
Possibly.
Yeah. Get your paper.
You know what I'm saying?
Get your paper. But,
yeah, a good amount of sex workers that I've met over the course of my life, when they go overseas, they always get an extra $3,000-$4,000 for their bouncer. You know, just you know, they're the accountability buddy.
yes.
You know, sitting up going, no, that's Ron. Well, Ron is holding a crowbar. Yes, he is holding a crowbar. So let me just do this whole thing.
Need somebody to throw him, you know. That's all I'm saying. But
like
moving on from that.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? She came through. All right. Dude paid. You know what I'm saying? All I know is y'all in a hotel, I assume, right? So you know, shouts out to the hospitality crew. Cause you just working, minding your business, right? All right. He put down a little baby piece of tart. Bruh, do it in the bathtub. Now I gotta come in here. I come in here it's soggy. All right. It's straight full soggy. All right. And I'm trying to clean up. I'm like, what's this smell? I know we can't have pets in here. What's going on?
Man, right now, Mike, because one day we're gonna have to go just the Burger King stories.
Oh God.
You know, I've had to clean up some foolishness in the bathroom.
I've cleaned up some public bathrooms before. And I want to dispel this myth that women are cleaner than men, because they're not. I'll let you know.
Whoever using those public bathrooms.
Because I've been there. I've seen it. y'all next. Y'all need help. See, I mean, yeah, dudes' bathrooms be dirty, but
I ain't throwing shade on
I've been there.
nobody in
I'm throwing
regards to
shade
all
on
that.
no, I'm throwing shade on everybody who used
I've been there.
male or female in the
I
damn
seen it.
public bathroom working that are working.
Now I'm talking. I ain't throwing shade on either gender, because I don't know what happened with Generation X and younger, but we got this idea that when it ain't ours, when we ain't at home, I've seen people do any old kind of stuff like this ain't my house. You know,
This ain't my house. Do what I
It
want.
happened in my job now, but luckily, thank God, I'm not on the janitorial staff.
bruh.
But
Yeah, because when I was young, I would get tickets for hopping on the bus without paying, and they give you like a ticket, like a speeding ticket type of thing. And instead of paying it, I would do community service. But my community service was always janitorial duty at whatever school I was going to. And wow. Just plain. I am very, very happy that I only had one kid, because as a teenager, cleaning up them bathrooms, I'm like, I get like, again, at a middle school and a high school, and I'm just sitting up going, is the economy so bad that nobody's mama or grandmama can teach them nothing? Like, is this what you do at home?
it makes you want to take that mop handle and just start hitting random people.
Just beating people
The
up.
shift
with
didn't start until after school was closed. But yeah, I'm sitting up going, but why? That's my question. Why is there toilet paper on the ceiling? Why is that?
I'll say this. That job made me motivated to finish and graduate on time. I am going to finish that college degree.
Yo,
goddamn way. No way.
I was like, nah, we gotta get. I remember the manager coming back in the back where the bathrooms were at Food Line, which is a grocery store. It's just like Vons or whatever, Vons, Ralph's, Kroger, whatever. And I was literally hosing down the bathroom, and he was like, "Why are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh no, you need to see this." I was like, "You need to see." There's a reason I'm hosing this down, because this no. He was like, "Did you take the ammonia and the bleach and all these cleaning products from the aisles?" Yes. All right. Yes, I did. You wanted me to clean this? I was like, that cheap stuff y'all be getting, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, it's almost like that old sitcom joke where the new guy, oh, it's your first day. So your first day, you got to go clean the bathroom. They walk into the bathroom at the bodega. They come out 1 second later going, I quit. And just leave. Because it's like, yeah, today is a hose. Tomorrow's a sandblaster. All right.
Yo,
if it ends up like this again, I'm just going to keep escalating until I hit flamethrower, because this ain't my job.
Hot grease and hot
all right. One time I'm in New York. I'm out of my business, just chilling. I'm at this little shindig. I go to the bathroom. It's a public bathroom. It's their bathroom. I open the door, and there's like this thin layer of just water over the floor, or liquid. I looked at the floor, and I was just like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I can hold this.
I lose. When your bathroom is looking like the bathroom Streets of Rage 4,
Thank you.
I don't even need to use it.
I'm like, nah, man, I'm cool.
And you know what?
I can wait.
Tyler, I've been trying to ignore you this whole time, but I have been to China. And on one level, the hood is the hood is the hood is the hood. I don't care where you are on the planet. But 90% of the bathrooms I went to in China, they were clean. They were really clean. Now, I was there with a sports team, but bathrooms are clean. So that was all cool. So don't be like, oh no, y'all ain't never seen no Chinese bathrooms. You think that's dirty? Nah, son. Nah.
Whatever Tyler is saying, I don't care what the bathroom is. I don't want to see it. I don't know who it is. I didn't see it enough.
Yeah. So now earlier, I'm trying to see who asked. Nisa said, so did that mean that Candace lost this client, or that she changed her mind about sex work? I guess she was just like, hey, look, I'm gonna hold down my girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold down my
That's
girl right now. I'm every woman. You know what I'm saying? It's all in me, and my girl need me. You know what I'm saying?
And the second thing, based on how the client reacted, he didn't know what Candace looked like anyway.
Yep.
Because when Shanice showed up, it was just like, all right, this is what's gonna happen. So she just sent somebody in her stead and probably split the money with her.
Yep.
You know,
he just need that slip and slide. All right.
If he got
homie took off his slippers on that joint. All right.
There's seconds. There's more money to come.
Yeah. So literally, it's just like, all right, look, I can't make it to this gig, but you stand in for me, we split the profits, and I'll hook you up with another one later. I mean, it's that simple. Or more like, hey girl, I'm running late for work, clock in for me. You know, that kind of thing.
Oh man. Don't get caught clocking somebody in, boy. It's gonna be rough.
So that be Lewiz hilarious. That is public.
Oh man, it just lay down some tarp, just a little bit of tarp, and it's like it's gonna roll off the edge. Like what?
That's why I would not mind a series with Candace and her shenanigans, because just to even it has a part of it, because there's a lot of foolishness that can happen, even if it's just in Atlanta.
But the thing is, though, I think that would be an expensive show to do, because she's always dropping names of actual celebrities in the real world. So they would have to hire basketball players and rappers and all that.
Well, maybe if it's just one day of shooting, it can kind of
unless they just make up other ones for the show.
Just make them up.
Yeah, because
like Justin Bieber, like they do with Justin Bieber.
Yeah, because I can promise you that one actor did not get what Justin Bieber would have asked for.
No. Like, because nowadays it'd be harder to like. And most of them cats can't act anyway, so you don't really want them. I mean, just go with the absurdity of this is such and such.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I was kind of hoping that who she flew to France to pee on was going to be coded to look like R. Kelly. Seriously, I mean, but this is why I'm not a writer for Atlanta, because I would have made him. I would have got an actor to look like Robert, and I would have ended the show on that same shot. But the ending music would have been "Waterfalls" by TLC. That's just me.
I don't think I have no more to say on the beat.
I seen a rainbow yesterday, boy.
Huh?
You have hit the TNT on it.
So,
it is.
And I think we've been focusing so much on this because we really have been avoiding the actual breakdown. Because when Van broke in the kitchen, that was painful.
It was.
We covered it, but I mean, if you want to go back, I assume we covered it, but I mean.
Yeah, I mean, that was seriously it. I mean, it really was the, the screaming, the breaking, and it was almost like she was coming out of a fugue state, because, when she was just in those tears, screaming for her kid, not, the what am I doing here? Where am I at? And I'm just like, I don't know if that's a breakthrough or a breakdown, but either way, something's breaking.
I mean, both. I think
dishes are breaking.
She broke down some more to realize, like, I am not even living my own life. Like, I am pretending to be somebody else, but I don't even like who I am, or I don't even know who I am.
Yeah.
And, it could also be, I wonder if I'm not reaching, but since not kind of similar to last episode, but since Van is also part European and she's been living in Atlanta for like a long period of time.
Yeah.
Like she's part German, so she's always been kind of confused living in America or not. I say confused, but
no, there is a dichotomy there, a conflict.
Because Oktoberfest, she was so happy to kind of be around her family
Mhm.
for that period of time, and it made her visibly happy. But she was kind of depressed before that, but she was happier at that point in time. But because she was kind of getting on, it was a fun. I love that episode because she was getting on Nerd. Because sometimes Van can be you can say the villain, if you will. Kind of also the episode when Ern took her to the restaurant. I think it
Bruh.
was episode 1. And
Yeah.
he kept getting upsold on the meal. And
Yeah.
I can't do this in front of Van. But you killing me. You killing my pockets. Stop it.
Yo.
Yeah, that one I'm just like, oh man. Don't make me drink by myself. Then we going Dutch, but
I'll just say this. I would have had to piss Van off real early. I'd be like, look here, nice white lady. I'm broke, okay? I got this money. Tell me the goddamn prices. Get out of my face. I cannot do it. I am poor.
In truth, in that episode, I appreciated how he handled it, especially when he found out he wasn't going to bed with her that night. It was just like, when he was when he opened up the champagne, drank it by himself, and reported his card stolen. I'm like, yep.
That was that little dig, but he almost got Paperboy killed though.
Yeah. But in all fairness, so did Darius. That was honestly, I think, one of my favorite punchlines of the whole show too. That whole oh, you forgot the key. Well, we got a solution for that. And then they come back later and see, we can just put everything in the briefcase and everybody can go their good way. I'm like, oh man.
And to me, but the Migos did kill a guy in the forest though.
Oh yeah. Again, it was perfect setup. It really was perfect setup. I cannot get over how amazingly good the writing on this show is. I really can't. I was mad that I missed last week. Yeah, because in truth, and y'all already know this, I probably wouldn't have passed the test from last week.
I don't know, man. Don't say yourself short.
Oh no. I know me. I know me. Like number 1, 4 things that go good with Hennessy. Yeah, ice, water, air, and nothing. And grandmama.
Well, remember, it's a test.
I wouldn't have been there.
All the questions, it's a test. All the questions got to rack up. I don't drink. I don't know what goes with Hennessy.
Yeah,
I don't drink,
I would have been able to make a beat with the pencil.
I am dying to know what was the question for Essence Fest. I got
oh yeah,
so many questions that can be the answer for Essence Fest.
Yeah,
when he said white Grady though, that was funny. That was good.
I do gotta say, I know I wasn't here last week, but I do gotta say, man, good news, son. Getting shot by the police, that's the blackest thing you can do. I'm like, oh man, that hurt.
He was like, thank you, sir. Yo, I love when he came out. He was like, my school. It's like, but you just got it, man. Stop. It's not like your school yet. It's like, did the check clear? He came out in his robe. He rushed out in the middle of the night with a neon light.
Honestly, the thing that got me was he came out in the robe in the middle of the night with stacks. That's the part that got me.
You're right.
He did run around like the Monopoly man, bro. Just like the Monopoly man.
Taking the white Grady. You mean Emery? White Grady.
Yeah.
So, but with that said, we've been here chopping up for a minute. I want to throw it to the cast of criminals over here. No, just playing. Final thoughts. What y'all think? Final thoughts?
I'm gonna let you go, Solo.
Okay.
You want me to go?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And final thoughts and where can they find you?
Okay, well I'll go. I won't be long. Final thoughts of this season. I probably still be like, this show keeps giving me. I feel like I can do another episode just to talk about season 3 in its entirety. The stuff again that Donald Glover's brother Stephen Glover been doing a lot of interviews to kind of talk about it. And he really don't give a damn what you people, including myself, think. He don't care if he pisses you off. He literally do not, and it's just
You're
kind of
like, we already got our check.
show's over. But you know, I enjoyed it. Yes, I would say I still wish that it would have been a normal ending with everybody. But you know what? They kind of just don't give a damn. And it's like, you know what? Hey, Ern is doing good. Kinda, because I guess to lead into the Marvel universe type of ending where he got White Ern's bag and they insisted that he got it. And they zoomed in the picture. I like, are they about to do something crazy? It showed over, but they're like, no. But they lingered on it so long to let you know that, hey, this dude, we said it. When is he gonna pop up again? He popped up again at the last scene of this season. I want to believe it carries over. It may have nothing to do with next season. It might have just been a nice cap and touch to say, hey, Curse of Whiteness, did you learn something? I feel like they're just saying, did you learn something this season? We don't give a damn if you liked it, but did you learn something? And did you enjoy the ride? Were you thrilled and were you not entertained? And I was entertained.
Were you not entertained?
So, you know, it's like, it's kind of a FU attitude. I kind of appreciate it because they ain't gonna be more. And for people to harp on, oh, they like what it used to be. What Atlanta was, and I realized it when you go back to episode 1, a dude offered a man a Nutella sandwich and then jumped off the bus at the end of it. Nothing has been normal about this show. Stop it. There's no normalcy. Like, they meant to break that fourth wall in reality, and it got more absurd each and every time they do it. So I appreciate them for it, but I am concerned if this is foretelling for Ern. And I would be shocked if somebody dies at the end of the series or something.
There seems to have been a lot of foreshadowing for that. You know,
you can find me at www.blerd-ish.com. That's blurs.com. Got a sale actually going right now, a flash sale, but it comes back next week. I just put up the updated sales link up there. Shout to my homie Kendra. She's like the model this month. She bought some shirts, put it on there. She's repping with a My Hero shirt. I'm wearing a shirt myself right now. It's a little messed up beat. But either which way, check it out. And of course, NERDSoul Jr. He got some shirts. I got to put him on for another month or put him in the cover, if you will, as a model because he repping with shirts. So I appreciate y'all. And I had a great time talking Atlanta this year. And, you know, it's just something that we can talk about for today. So check it out. And I'm going to pass it to Solar right now.
all right. So final thoughts. Final thoughts on this season is, in truth, I think that this is my favorite season of Atlanta so far, except that I want more. I'm serious. I want like another 3 episodes. Man, he just bounced.
Give me back.
Yeah, the writing on this was amazing. The filmmaking, like the cinematography on this season was the best it has been so far. I think it comes from it really comes from the new environment because Atlanta's has been used so much by so many shows and so many movies that getting back to Paris, I can see the director and the cinematographer wanted to take a lot from French New Wave and French Nouveau film. And I saw that a lot, and that was real cool. I was really happy with the filmmaking on this. And I really love the fact that only half the episodes were about the standard cast. I thought that was a great way of shaking up, like giving the viewers something that they didn't expect, because it might not be the characters and the stories that we are used to, but it is still definitively Atlanta. You know, I mean, you can't see a kid getting touched in the face by his grandfather, getting sold into slavery from the hippie Thelma and Louise on any other show, you know, or a judgmental picture of the woman who's actually raising your kids coming to you from beyond the grave. Like that, you're not going to find that on any other show. Like
banging on your door. Rapping on the door.
Yeah. You know, I mean,
ghost that killed himself and led some of the best opening speeches ever about the curse of whiteness. You just never gonna get that anywhere else.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the episode this season, number one, I was all in on Paperboy doing the psychotropics in Prague. And I'm like, that's exactly what one of those trips is like. Oh my God, is that Liam Neeson? Hold on, wait a minute. And then that epiphany of like, who owns my masters? What's going on with my life that I should know about that I don't know about because I haven't been bothered to look? I'm like, oh, that was amazing. Yeah, I mean, this entire season was masterful with the way that they handled most of the standard crew and the way that they handled the anthology type stories. But at no point did it not feel like I was watching Atlanta. I'm putting it on that same level of Black Mirror. You know what I mean? Where you're looking at Black Mirror and you watching Black Mirror. What you gonna get? You gonna get Black Mirror. I don't know what it's gonna be this episode. Yeah, but it's gonna be something. And yeah, honestly, I really, really loved this season. Like, we all very busy men, but I always made it a point to watch Atlanta as soon as it drops. It's been that good this season. And not just because I'm tired of waiting on Donald Glover to bring out the next season. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, do better. You're making us look bad. Yeah, it was the same thing with the Boondocks. That what should have taken 9 months took 3 years. So, but yeah, this season was amazing. It really was. It was amazing artistically, experientially, and the funniest season so far. I have laughed out loud more in this season than I have with the other two. And that includes dropping bars about YouTube or about Yoo-Hoo and people getting run over by an invisible car after the club. You know, I mean, seriously.
It's still
so yeah. In the club is still,
yeah.
Is that in there promoter? Oh my God. I was so happy with money. I was like, yes. Like, you slapping with money. That boy gonna be a star one day. Like,
and of course, yeah, the real rapper came in and bought the whole bar. So we don't have any liquor for anybody else. So y'all got to go home. I'm like, yeah, consequences, you know? So yeah, looking at all that, this season, I got to say is my favorite. And it really tied into the theme that I can see what Donald Glover said he wanted from this show was he wanted this show to feel like Black PTSD, because all of us have it. And, you know, cultural post-traumatic stress disorder with the hallucinations, with the unrealness. And he did that. And they did it in such a way that it merits rewatching. And I'm not a big fan of shows that are one and done. You know, y'all should know me by now. If there are layers and I got to watch every episode 3 or 4 times and I'm still finding some other deeper meaning or some connection to something else at a different time, I'm all in. That is how I engage with this visual medium. So yeah, this one, I think if this was a record, right? If these guys were a band, this season is that album where Atlanta really found its feet. It found its voice. It says what it wants to do. And again, it is more Atlanta than any other season has been. And so I'm hoping that they ride that, you know, like really, really ride that. You know what I mean? Like this is the Paid in Full album, the from Eric B and Rakim, the Paid in Full, or the Follow the Leader of Atlanta. You know what I mean? So yeah.
What up?
my question is, do y'all think this? Like I know I asked about a spinoff. Do y'all think there will be a spinoff, or you think that Donald Glover's gonna be like, I'm done?
Well,
Rewatch it.
I think he's done.
Fine with it.
Well, that is a really interesting question that you can find the answer if you go to twitch.tv/BID_P Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And that's where I do most of my streaming. And we talk about story structure, D&D, comic books, all the geeky art stuff that we get into, from 3D design, 3D printing, Dungeons and Dragons, comic books, cosplay, LARPing, sword fighting, archery, sometimes even fire breathing. So yeah, come on down and we can discuss that ad nauseum.
That's what's up.
I can do segues.
I'm not gonna hold y'all. All right, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm just gonna say thank you guys for hanging with us this season. Thank you so much. Y'all really made me happy that we were able to come together under the banner of Atlanta, not hate one another, not beat each other down, but laugh about the craziness that goes on in this show and how it sadly and strangely and hilariously connects to the lives that we all lead.
Wait, you had salt and pepper wet for lunch?
This genius.
You had the lemon pepper wet?
This show will not be seen for its genius until it's done. And about 5 years after it's done, then we'll have all these people writing about how great it was. When we can go back to their Twitter and see they was hating on it at the time. But I will say this. Donald Glover is a master at the craft of film. This team, I don't care what they do. Just do something else. Do something else new.
Yeah.
This team, y'all got this. Like, just find something new, do it, because they got some skills. Like his brother, was it Hideo or Hideo? I can't remember the the director. Hero. Sorry, Hero. Man, come on now. Like, I just pick whatever y'all want to do and go make it dope. So, of course, with that said, we might talk about Atlanta one more time, but for right now, we're gonna go about you gonna come, here come the co-host. But
cut the check, give them something.
Anything. But NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. Hit that thumbs up. If you like what you're seeing, you know what I'm saying? Hit that thumbs up. Help a brother out. All right. Share this stream. Subscribe. All right. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that. Look, I'm doing things. Support your boy. All right. Support. All right.
Share the videos.
Y'all see the links below. Twitch. You got blurdish.com. Check those guys out. Get yourselves some dope black comics, which y'all gonna see in a second. We got Halo this weekend, Young Justice this weekend. We got Kendrick Lamar's new album this weekend. We got probably some more gaming. I've been, up on some Guilty Gear. I might bust out some Rev 2. I might play Strive and Rev 2 this weekend. I'll think, you know what I'm saying? Because people I gotta hit people with the chop socket. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come up in here, you gotta go there.
We got some con videos. Thank you. Oh, thank you by the way for those edits, man.
Yeah, we got con videos on the channel. Go in, tell them about it, Keith.
Basically, I do a lot of videos. Like when I go to a con, I went to Fan Expo in New Orleans in January, and I went to the 10th anniversary CypherCon. Shout out to the people in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and just took pictures, videos with a lot of artists. Like, I don't really do, like, first of all, I'm gonna just tell you straight up, I don't pay money to go talk to celebrities. I don't. I go see artists that I like. oh, this famous dude sitting there just chop blah 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 blah. I can watch that anytime. What I want to see is artists and what they do, and some of my fellow vendors. And honestly, for me, going to Artist Alley, seeing dope creators, the writers right there, you know, who, if they guess or not, but who are approachable, that to me is the meat of the con. And that's where you fall in love with it, and you fall in love in your fandoms and different stuff, and go see the work. You know, if you're a toy collector, if you like anime, manga, you know, the old traditional comic books, whatever, you know, we saw a glimpse of that at Fan Expo. And you can even see some crazy mashups of some geeky and geeky stuff. You don't look, man, it's New Orleans. You get some stuff, got some people out there. It's crazy. But you see some stuff and different things. So I appreciate Mike for putting that hard work in. I don't do no editing myself because I am not a director. You get it raw and ridiculous. When I do it real how it was filmed in real life, I'm gonna go back and find the links for all the videos where you even see Mike, the dude from Walking Dead, Merle or whatever, or what was his name, but Yondu.
Oh,
Michael Roker.
Talking about twerking on stage, one of the contestants, one of the people. In the
Wow.
So all that went on too. So it's craziness.
Yeah.
So,
and you know, I
oh,
gotta disagree with Jenna James. Or who was it? Who was it out here in the chat? Yeah, I gotta disagree with Jenna James. I don't think that Feige needs to let Donald and Hero do Deadpool. I think they should do the Fantastic Four or Doctor Strange 3 with Nightmare as the villain, because they are good at the surreal. They're good at the, all right, this is a bit strange, and that's kind of what they're missing. Or, you know, if DC lets them do Dr. Fate, I'm all the way in.
I want them to do something, take a normal character and then put their touch on it. I would like to see them do an actual black character, like if they needed to do
Icon
Nighthawk or Trasher. Well, they're in the Disney house, so they're not gonna really you know, they got that talent deal with Disney.
Ooh, then they should do the reboot of Luke Cage.
You know what? Good job. That's a good thought.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, or Blue Marvel. Yeah, Blue Marvel or actually now Blue Marvel's a little conservative for what they do. But yeah, Luke Cage, I can see them doing Luke Cage.
And yeah,
Luke
Cage touch.
I'll agree with Jenna, because that script that he dropped, like, just imagining that animated, I was like, yo,
let him do Deadpool.
DG would have held that down.
In fact, go back and let them do the animated version of Deadpool. Like, they should let them do that show.
And it can be part of the multiverse because they already got What If.
You know, I could see him doing X-Men too. I could see them doing X-Men.
Anyway, we got to get up out of here because
we're going to take a rap.
Yeah,
yeah.
So we got to go. So love all y'all. Say love all y'all.
Love all y'all. Support your boy.
Yep, support your boy. Support. Are you going to tell them bye? Not yet.
Babes.
You getting too excited. You gonna say bye?
Bye.
I say love all y'all.
Love all y'all.
All right, Jenna James, Tyler Bennett, Nisa, Average Black Guy, Deliberated Dolphin, you know, the old name. Other people, and look, I probably miss you. Nerds Also Come in Chocolate. Dope name. So we out. You ready to go? You ready? All right, say peace.
Peace.
Oh. We out, y'all. We out.
Finish him off! If you can't do it, then maybe you should let someone who can, like me!
the man, yes sir, they killed the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dollars rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding cause we all get manga pain.
can't do it, then maybe you should let someone who can, like me.